So you're here for the ultimate tutorial on how to make a punching bag for your figure. Then let's jump into it. Alright, let's get into it. So first you're going to need a hot glue gun, scissors, this Lego ball and socket joint, marker or pen, magnets or Lego studs if you want to animate with this or put it on a sturdy ground. Non-corrugated cardboard, which is really thin as you can see. It's like any cereal box you have lying around. Corrugated cardboard, which is like any Amazon box you have lying around. But first we grab our corrugated cardboard. Since this tutorial works on a figure of any size, we have to measure, but not with rulers. So first take the figure that you want the punching bag to fit to. I'm going to use my custom figure, but it can also work with action figures. And what you want to do is, you see their head. You want to draw a line of the size of the head. Okay, that's the size of my head. And then I draw around that line, just a little bit bigger than the line itself is. Then, since we are going to need two of these pieces, what I do to make it easier is I grab the cardboard, then I cut the cardboard in a way to leave more space, and then you want to cut it in half. So this helps us duplicate the circle perfectly so we don't have to measure it twice, and it makes it more accurate. Now just cut out the shape. So boom, here we go. We've got two circles. This will be for the top of the punching bag. So the punching bag is going to be like a cylinder attached to like some poles. And here's the first version I did to test out. So this is what it's going to look like. And you can also draw on it and add some details if you don't want it to look plain. Next, you want to grab your non-corrugated cardboard. Well, I guess you could use corrugated cardboard for this, but I wouldn't recommend, as it would be really difficult. So you want to grab your figure and you want to draw a line about the height of your figure. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller, just to make the punching bag tinier than the figure. It's like personal preference. And also, when you're cutting this, cut straight as much as you can to leave as much excess in case you need to trim it more. Okay, so now we've got this trimmed strip of non-corrugated cardboard. You want to grab your circles. So this part, here's how to make it easier. So you get your finger and put it on the very beginning and just kind of wrap your finger around it. Okay, so now you can see I've made mine into this, like a coil. So now it automatically coils, unlike how it was before, like a straight sheet. Next, you want to grab this one Lego ball and socket. You can use other joints, but you have to change it to make it look like this. So what happens is you cut it in half, then you bring this bit up here and put it together. And then you would get that. So you grab this and grab one of your top pieces that we made earlier. And be careful on this part. So you put this here and you just want to make a dent in the top. Enough so that you can fit the piece. So like this. So now the piece can go in. So now we've got that. Now it's time to use hot glue for the first time. So you want to put a ton on the top, like that much. You can see. You want to grab the ball part and then put it into the hole. I'd recommend leaving like that little bit on the surface to make it move better and animate it better. So now we wait. Now it's dried up. Now we have to add a little bit more glue on the top to really make sure it's well sealed, and then we wait some more. Alright, whilst we wait for this to dry, don't forget to like and subscribe. And before you roll your eyes, since you've probably heard this phrase a million times, it's true, it actually helps me out so that we can reach 1,000 subscribers. Alright, now our glue is dried and now the ball is in place. I just got some glue on the socket piece, so I'm just going to scrape it off. So now we've got this. Remember our coiled cardboard? So you want to take this bit and you want to put it in and just coil it around just a little bit until you get a little bit of overlap, and you cut and you can let it go and you just keep cutting. So now you want to measure it from the top, so about this much. Get your pen and draw a line and then get your glue gun. And you want to make sure that that lines up with the line. And do not touch this as it's hot. Also, if you end up accidentally touching it, rub your hands like this really fast and it basically stops the burn. Now let's check. Yeah, that's about right. Next thing you want to do is get your cylinder, and then put glue around the rim. And watch out because it might drip onto your fingers. Put the top part on it. Whilst it's still warm, just scrape off any excess glue. Next, you want to cut out the other top you made and repeat the process for the top half. Alright, now we've got this, the base of the punching bag. Now, it's time to do this part, the pole that holds it up. So we need to go and grab our corrugated cardboard. And you want to take this and cut until it's like the same length up to the ball joint. Use your marker to divide it into 4 sections before using scissors to lightly cut the cardboard to make it easier to fold. Now fold the cardboard into a cuboid shape. Next, you want to add hot glue to stick both sides together. Alright, so now we have this rectangular thing. You want to do that again. Next, you want to add a piece of cardboard and hot glue it to make the top of this box. But wait, you're only doing this for one side for now. You can trim off excess cardboard. Now you're probably wondering, wait, why don't we do the other side? We will in a second. Next, you want to grab the first pole you made, which is the size of your punching bag, and you want to add glue to it. And then you add this part into the top, with the covered face at the back. Next, you grab it and trim it. Alright, I've trimmed mine down. So you see this bit, you want to cut it here and on the other side. Don't cut it all the way, just make little slits. And then cut the bottom, make a flap and cut the bottom. So now you have a small square for this piece to go into. And then you want to add a generous amount of hot glue. And then just put this piece on. Don't worry, this won't be the only thing that's holding this piece. And turn it upside down so the hot glue falls on it and helps it stay in place. Okay, so now that's done, you want to take your hot glue gun and glue onto the top, lots onto that bit. And then grab a cardboard quickly and then put it on top. This helps reinforce the socket into the stand. Alright, now this has fully dried, you want to grab your scissors and cut off the excess. It is time for the final part of this tutorial, the base. Here's how to make the base. Well, you can make the base in different ways actually. It depends on how you plan on using this. If you're going to display figures in like shelf, I would recommend making an empty base. First, I grabbed the magnets that I use since I animate on magnetic boards, but you can also use like Lego studs. Okay, now I put this down. And then you go to the corner of this and then cut little squares off of it. Now you should get this like plus sign. Now fold the sides and then add glue to each like slit to seal it together. And then you just want to push it together on all sides. So now mine has dried, I'm going to trim off some excess. And now we're done with the base. So you want to put that in your base and then put glue around the rim of the base rod. And then just put it on and boom. That's the finished tutorial on how to make a punching bag for your action figure. And just to show you that he's a good size with the figure that I've got. And don't forget to remove the strands of hot glue. And it even moves with stop motion. And of course, you could color it like this other one I made. Since this is for the tutorial, I'm just gonna leave this bland as a spare prop. So that's it. Thank you all for watching and see you in the next one. Subscribe.